like the gross part of baking. Because you got to taste it.
Yay!
And there's raw eggs in there.
Yay!
So, I put it in your instructions.
Where?
If you can find a page that has the instructions about what to do with the tasting and the raw eggs. Because I'm not trying to get y'all sick. And somebody read that for me.
I'm trying to find it.
It should be under your baking instructions or your...
Found it.
Found it? Can you read that for us?
Read aloud.
Oh, taste your batter before adjusting your flavor.
Zach, we were gonna read it. That's the one. Just a small amount, a fingertip of the batter to make sure that you have the right flavor.
Okay, so how much?
A fingertip.
Did a whole hand?
No.
A whole spoon?
No.
A spatula full?
No.
How much?
A fingertip.
Oh, can I see a fingertip, please? Okay, so what you're gonna do is you just let a little bit of it drip on the tip of your finger and you taste, okay? What are we checking for? Who can figure out?
Diabetes.
Sorry.
Yes.
Sorry. Take two.
That is hilarious. Okay, take
Flavor.
two. What are we checking for?
Flavor.
Flavor. So what do we want to know about our flavor?
See if it tastes good.
If it tastes good, yes.
And
if it needs more sugar or if it has too much sugar.
Yes.
Right?
Yes.
Okay.
How do you get out? How do you take out the
You
sugar?
can't take out. That's the thing with baking. So
Is he dying?
when you're baking, that's why I told you in the beginning your measurements have to be exact. And you want to start off with the least amount of things first before you add. Because you can always add more, but you cannot take it out once you put it in there, okay? So
Unless you're like a, unless you're
Okay.
like a scientist and like you created something like, ooh.
how are we tasting?
Pretty good. Pretty good. Actually, it tastes really well. Tastes like yogurt a little bit. Really good.
Hold on.
It's really
You
good.
guys gonna taste yours now?
You should try it.
Oh, we just did.
I thought
I
it
was
would
just
taste
gonna, like,
terrible. Like I thought it would taste so
eat the
good.
whole thing.
But then I tasted it like,
And that's
I
why
think,
we're
yeah, you know, a bit more
it
too much
tastes like
something.
something to eat.
It is good
and it's a
though.
little sweet, and you can taste a little vanilla.
It tastes like the right amount of sweetness.
Right.
Aftertaste is like,
The aftertaste is not that great. Yes.
Cheesecake is probably one of my favorite desserts.
Right. So you guys are done. So what we're gonna do now is we're gonna bring your pie shells over. Who wants to go grab it and be careful? Because we don't want it to drop and break.
Yeah, that's what my
What
dad's
if you're
preparing.
baking
Yeah.
with self-control and then you kind of just continuously little drop it on your finger till there's no batter left?
Then you'd be sick too. Yeah. But trust me, if you did this for a living and you're constantly tasting your work, you get sick of it after a while because.
I never thought it'd be possible to get sick of something.
Oh
you
yes,
love
when you're doing it every day.
Graham cracker.
through cheese.
Graham
Okay,
crackers.
so
How long were you professionally baking before you decided to stop? Really?
Whoa,
Every day for almost 3 years.
I was trying to get to that 5-year mark because when you're an entrepreneur, they say if you can get past the 5-year mark,
Entrepreneurs are people who
then
make
you're heading towards the black and not in the red. So the first first 5 years of your business is critical because if you don't have funding like we didn't, and I self-funded everything, you're constantly in the red. So it takes you a while before you start to turn a profit. So even though I had clients and I had amazing opportunities and I was baking, I was still in the red because it was a young business. And then we lost our clients, so but it means that you're a business owner. Okay,
I had to learn
so
about what it meant in class.
we are going to pour. Now this is a very shallow pie shell.
Yeah, I'm like other pie stars that I've seen are a lot.
Right, and normally you bake cheesecake in a spring form pan, which kind of looks like a big round circle and it's deeper, and you can take the bottom out of it. But those are for like people like me who are making fancy stuff.
Professional.
Yes, but if you are just at home, this is perfectly fine because it's the same crust that's going to go in it. And with this one, with the lids, it's portable and you don't have to worry about taking it out of the pan and putting it in a box and all of that stuff. So we are gonna pour.
Yay!
All of it?
Well, we're gonna check and see first because I think you might get all of it in there, but
Oh my gosh. This is cool.
and then you want to just use your spatula
I'm like,
and
it's
just
already
kind
Just move it around.
of move it around. You see how it
Cake
looks
or
like?
like pancake
pudding?
batter?
It looks like white pudding.
Yeah, or like white chocolate, melted
Yeah.
white chocolate. Do you see the little baby lumps in there?
Yeah, I see them.
Those are
They're
fine.
like micro lumps, like
Yeah.
you said.
Those are fine. You can have those in there. But if we saw big chunks, then we'd be
Then
in
we did
trouble.
it wrong.
Yeah. All right. The thing with these crusts and with cheesecake in general,
It's like what?
you kind of don't want to overfill your crust. The reason is we
'Cause
put
it'll
eggs in
rise?
here. It's going to rise a little bit. So what's going to happen as it bakes, it's going to kind of puff up a little bit. And if you overfill it, it'll spill out
In
into
the oven.
Right. So you see how I'm just kind of jiggling it like that? That's
It's like
just
not
to
too high
make
because
sure,
it probably rises the amount.
right, that everything settles
And
and
like if it went too high, it would just spill out into these little
Right.
pieces. That's why.
and we're gonna make sure that there's no air in it because we want all of our batter
To be
to
cooked.
cook through very
That's
nicely.
what it should be.
So this is how it's going to look before you put it in the
oven?
oven. Excuse me.
Need some help with the oven?
I don't know.
So we're just gonna let this one hang out right here until we're done with the other ones
I don't
because
know.
your brothers are not done yet. So what I'm gonna have you guys do, so you had fun mixing it, right? You know what comes next, right?
up.
You gotta clean up your mess. Yes.
The one thing that they don't make you do.
Get your
Or
bowl
the one thing
and
they
your beaters.
can't do.
And then bring the bowl
Hey,
over
here, get your
here.
beaters.
Exactly. So,
It kind of just looks like yams.
and it smells like baby food. Like you can smell it. That's what they.
Oh, it does.
That's what y'all ate when y'all were babies, right? Do you remember that, Daddy? Yes.
No, I'm good.
Yes. See, Daddy doesn't even like it. All right, so
Especially-
we're gonna
especially
start
peas.
adding this in here. I'm not gonna start with the whole can just yet because I want to put it in there and see kind of what it does and where we're at with the color. So
You're not usually turn the water off with the water in
we're just gonna do about half of the can, like so. Now we're gonna get the pumpkin pie spice. Pumpkin spice cheesecake. So this is what it looks like. Pumpkin pie spice.
Is that what they
And
put
if you
pumpkin
don't
spice on?
have pumpkin pie spice, you can make your own because all it is cinnamon, nutmeg, what's in there? Cinnamon, nutmeg, ginger, and allspice. You could buy all of those separately and mix it up together, but this is easy.
Okay, turn the
It
water
says
down.
pumpkin spice, but there's no pumpkin in it.
So it's just an allspice mix. So I'm gonna grab a little teaspoon for you
Pumpkin
guys.
spice latte.
Well, if it was pumpkin in it, it wouldn't be that kind of question because pumpkin.
Thing said, I think I said a tablespoon.
I don't even know. I didn't read it.
2 tablespoons. Okay. All right, so the recipe says 2 tablespoons, but I've been doing this a while. Okay, so trust me, all right? Go ahead and dump it in there till I tell you.
This was cooking in love.
Yes.
This is the only.
This is like the grandma version of just a dash of that, a pinch of that, and just go till I tell you to stop. All right, that looks about right. Okay, so now we're gonna start mixing again slowly. And you're gonna see that it's gonna get a little bit more liquidy, and that's fine.
It's slowly. Start looking at how it's dry. It's starting to change so many different colors.
This is the s'mores one?
Yeah,
This is
it's
the
in the
pumpkin. Yes, they did the s'more. So the s'more starts with a plain cheesecake batter. And what makes it a s'more is the garnish on top that we're gonna do tomorrow. But I was just telling Evan that if you wanted to experiment, you could throw mini marshmallows marshmallows and chocolate chips in the batter with some crushed up graham crackers as well to have s'mores inside and out. So this is where you can get creative with it and just throw whatever you want into that plain batter. And you can come up with
Something fell.
an endless amount of cheesecake.
No, that was just your shoe coming off.
Okay.
No, I heard it. Unless you're like the kind of person who's like, oh, I'm like.
Yeah, unless you were like making it for somebody who's not really a pumpkin fan and they just want a hint of pumpkin, then you would have to adjust it accordingly. But I like it pumpkin. If you're gonna do pumpkin, it should look and taste like pumpkin.
Adjust the dosage.
Yes.
What do you mean not so much taste as like exactly like a pumpkin, but like.
Well, it's gonna taste kind of like pumpkin pie, but with cheese in it, and by the time you add the whipped cream and the candy pecans on top, it's gonna be so
Get your bowl upside down. Keep
awesome.
your bowl upside down.
All right, let's stop.
Yeah, even the one in here to put the
Okay.
bowl face down in the sink.
Did you taste yours, guys?
Yeah, we tasted
Well,
it.
we gotta taste
The
ours
glass
again
one,
once we
put
do
them
the
all
pumpkin.
face
So
down
go ahead and
in
give
the
it
right-
another stir
Yeah.
for me.
So they can dry.
And
Put the metal one face down in the rack. There you
press
go.
that
Oh,
lever for me.
Make sure it's tasty.
As I said before, you can always add more, but once you put it in, you cannot take it out, okay? So,
You probably just like don't rewind.
You should taste it before
right. You can, but like I said, I've done this so much, I pretty much know. So now, here we have remaining batter, right? That's not enough for a whole cheesecake, so we're gonna dump that in there too, because we're not gonna waste nothing, okay?
Yeah.
So let's grab that bowl
Everything.
and just empty it out in there with the spatula and use every bit of that goodness, because you don't want to waste.
Yep, scrape it all around. Scrape it all around.
Oh my goodness.
Yeah, get it clean.
Yep, scrape it all around.
You got this, girl.
Wow.
What happened?
Sorry, just drop.
I got it.
Man down.
How do you eat pumpkin
No, batter
like
down.
that? Just
That's what about
No,
that.
it does
Oh,
not
no.
taste.
Look at the prick, son.
you have.
Okay, only the
I have tasted it.
It smells like yams.
Yes.
It smells like yams, just not good.
Right.
It smells
Yeah,
bad.
because it's basically just cooked pumpkin that's mashed up and put through a blender, and then they put it in the can. That's all.
Whenever, like, for Halloween, whenever we have, like, you would usually carve pumpkins, but first you just, like, take all the seeds out.
Yeah.
The seeds just feel weird, and I just don't like touching them.
Alright, so you put it back in.
Yes. Oh, we don't have to wash it just yet.
You don't have to wash it just yet, Kaden. It smells bad. Smell it.
Oh, nice. Yeah. Yeah, I love that.
Alright, now that looks like my pumpkin cheesecake batter. So you want a nice, like, orange color to it. And this is what it should look like.
Are you allowed to have actual coloring in the cheesecake?
Some people do, but depending on the ingredients that you put in there, it's already going to turn it a color. So I was explaining, I was talking to you guys, right, about the raspberry cheesecake. If you use raspberry jam, it's going to turn a little pink. Just when you swirl it in there. If you use chocolate sauce, it's gonna turn chocolate. If you, whatever you put in there.
Like us.
Yeah.
What if we put will it turn blue when we put in blueberries?
Yes. Yes, it will.
And then
Yes. I'm gonna grab another
What would happen if you, like, bought food coloring
We just said
and then, like, you just dumped it, like, just ate it straight?
Oh, your tongue would get turned. Your tongue would turn.
Because you know what? It tastes bitter, food coloring, and it tastes like chemical. Yeah.
Doesn't taste like color.
Not very appetizing.
It makes
so
your
now
tongue color.
we're gonna taste this again to make sure we have enough spice in
Ooh,
there,
can I
guys.
try it?
Yes, absolutely. Okay, so I'm tasting the pumpkin. Get that
It tastes really good, actually. Really, really good.
But I need more spice.
Eggshell.
Can you taste
Oh,
any of
yeah.
the cinnamon?
Not really.
Not really, right? So this is why we have to kind of taste
It's
along the way.
super really.
Yeah.
Well, I think it's really
Kinda
good
good,
personally.
It's too much.
Too much pumpkin, not enough spice.
Right. We want it to taste kind of like a pumpkin pie.
What did it get too cinnamony? Never mind.
Just dump the whole thing in there.
Nasty. All right, who's mixing for me?
Ken, you want to mix it?
Huh? Sure.
Oh, pumpkin.
You ever had that in a while, man?
I wonder what.
Every time we get cheesecake on
I'm thinking we might get 2 out of